The Ottawa County Farm Bureau set 12 goals for 2012, pertaining to legislative events, communication, member participation, and recommendations to the Policy Development Committee. First goal accomplished was communication with legislators by hosting a springtime legislative breakfast, a picnic in the summer, and visiting elected officials at their office and during events like town hall meetings.
Well, when we're making decisions out in Washington or even in Lansing, we need input, and we need that real world, on the ground input that members of the Ottawa County Farm Bureau have supplied, and that's very, very valuable for someone like myself trying to make public policy.
They influence my decision making by putting themselves out there in the forefront and reminding me every day how important ag is to the Michigan economy. I live in a more urban district. I live in a city, in the city of Holland, and my district is surrounded by agriculture, but it's important that to attend the events, to participate with the Farm Bureau members. And they hold a number of events, and the picnic in the summer, the breakfast with legislators, Day on the Farm was just a fantastic experience that I went to a couple years ago. And those kind of things are just great reminders for all of us, whether you're involved in agriculture or not, how important it is to the Michigan economy.
I love touring the farms, so that's a big treat for me. But also, I'm a more visual person, so when you're there touring, you get an idea and you get see the impact of legislative policy on a farm, but also how the farmers themselves can give you an idea of how something is impacting them. And so it's very, very helpful to me to be hands-on and eyes on what we're looking at and understanding.
I've been very impressed with Ottawa County because they take the time to organize on-farm days. We'll bring legislators and staff out to different farms, blueberry or dairy, and give them a real-time view of what's going on and what all is going on besides just harvesting crop or milking cows. There's so much more going on, to give them a better understanding so they're making policy decisions. They have in their mind what really goes on a farm.
The Ottawa County Public Policy Committee made 160 contacts with state and federal legislators, utilizing a legislative phone tree with 44 members. 17 members, including 6 from the Public Policy Committee, attended the Lansing Legislative Seminar, and 2 members of the committee attended the Washington Legislative Seminar. Interaction with legislators has been successful on many key issues, including local wetlands and the spring fruit freeze.
The impact of the wetlands determinations for blueberry farmers with the EPA weighing in on that. And so that's prime importance for us right now, and trying to communicate that land has a dual usage and not just as wetlands. So that is the one example.
Many people don't have a job where they rely on God to provide all of the ingredients for them to be successful. And having legislators understand the devastation was important at that grassroots level, helping the legislators understand so that low interest loan program could be done in legislative time and help them. Not extending it too long, but making sure the resources were available when they needed them was even more critical, I think.
Obviously, like most things, really true relationships are built on trust, and that takes some time, and we've had a good opportunity to build that trust, I think. So when we're coming in and having especially tough discussions, we're able to be honest with each other, and that is very, very helpful. And of course, great people. It's so much fun to be able to sit down and spend that time as well. So that I think is why it's such an advantage to have people active in their Farm Bureau like this.
I think part of their strength is frankly the grassroots. The fact that we don't just hear from them during campaign time. It's certainly important on an election year to hear from them and to get participation. I spent a great couple of days with one of our farmers in Ottawa County during the primary season, working for one of our candidates who won. And that's great participation, but it needs to be 12 months a year. And what I tell people is let's build a relationship when things are good. And then it's a lot easier to work together if there's an issue that we have to deal with.
My good friend Lester Langwood would say, always belong to an organization that gives you that kind of ability to talk to your legislators and we'll get to an audience. It doesn't mean that they'll always agree with you, but it does mean you'll have an open communication, and at least you can try to educate them on issues of which they may not have the appropriate information in front of them.
Ottawa County Farm Bureau has been so involved and so just enthusiastic about getting involved with the state legislature over the last few years, and so I'm just really appreciative that they've taken that extra step.
For the members' efforts to keep legislators informed about local issues affecting agriculture, the Ottawa County Farm Bureau receives the 2012 Michigan Farm Bureau Excellence in Grassroots Lobbying Award.